What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Tip for Tat podcast. We have a special guest, Zay, in the building. He's really supposed to
Not a
be,
special
yeah,
guest
you're
at
really
this
supposed
point
to be here
anymore.
fucking like once a week. But hey, he's finally back. So I'm Jay. I got my boys, Latif, Zay, and Max. Y'all say what's up?
Yo.
What's up, guys?
How y'all feeling today, man?
Just waiting to see who I'm gonna be a fan of next. Just playing the long waiting game. No, there's no point watching basketball.
I feel amazing. My team got a lot better over the weekend.
All this to lose to the Suns.
We got a lot better over the weekend.
All this to lose to the Suns.
We got a lot better over the weekend.
Okay, cool.
So I feel very great. It was a great trade deadline. We got a lot to talk about. It's gonna be a jam-packed episode.
I hope you know none of this matters if AD and LeBron can't stay healthy. But okay, keep going.
We're gonna talk about that.
Wait. I want to point out something. Zay was the only real fucking Lakers fan that we have. So
he's not a Lakers fan. He's not a Lakers fan.
There's no more factual
He's not a Lakers
news on this podcast. The team doesn't watch any Lakers games, so we're not gonna get any more factual news.
Yeah, it's no point of having like an in-depth analyst because they lost their guy. I'm not watching any Lakers games till the play-in. So Lakers, Latif won't be able to analyze the game, so there's no point in talking about the Lakers. If we go to the Clippers, hopefully Russ goes to Clippers. It goes Bucks, Clippers, Miami in that order.
We'll be talking about the Lakers on this episode, man. I love to see my team just.
Why? How did the team get better? Why? Tell me. I want an in-depth analyst.
Oh, we gotta start with off NFL. We haven't been getting NFL much love.
Wait, Max, tell me how you been feeling, bro. Tell me how you been feeling. I feel like we ain't hearing nothing from you.
I've been good. LeBron's coming for ring number 5, man. LeBron's gonna have a whole hand of rings. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
Speak the gospel.
Max.
Max.
All right, you're done. I should never give you a spotlight. I ain't gonna lie. All right. Anywho, we got a jam-packed episode. A lot to talk about. A lot of stuff went on in the sports world, and a lot of more stuff is going on in the sports world coming up on Sunday. So we're first going to start off with the NFL and the Super Bowl predictions. So let me know how y'all feeling, man. Who y'all got, Eagles or the Chiefs?
Who want to go? I go first. I got the Chiefs, man.
Last.
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is gonna get it done. I want to say the Eagles have a better team. Like it's close, but it's kind of not though because they have literally the best pass rush in the NFL. They have one of the best secondaries in the NFL. Their team is just loaded, and then they can just beat you in so many ways. They have Jalen Hurts can run. They have a very good offensive line. They got A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. So the Chiefs' defense is going to have their work cut out for them, and they're not very good as far as like the secondary. They're very good. They're very good rushing the passer though. But like I said, the Eagles have one of the best offensive line. I think the difference is that Chiefs got Patrick Mahomes. They got that guy. So I think that's going to be the biggest difference. And so I just can't bet against Patrick Mahomes. He's him. So I got the Chiefs.
I'll hop in next. I'm with Latif here. I think on paper, the Eagles O-line, the Eagles they can run the football all day, all night. They have great receivers. Jalen Hurts has played really well this year. I think he's playing at obviously a Pro Bowl level. He's playing at a great best season of his career. Obviously, defense is playing crazy. Obviously, you just beat a 49ers team with whoever's that quarterback still dominating fashion. But, at the end of the day, the Chiefs do have Patrick Mahomes. So I said this earlier on. I said this last podcast too. I think regardless of who won at the AFC, I probably would have taken them because I would put more trust in Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes over the two quarterbacks out in the NFC, especially if it was Brock Purdy. Jalen Hurts has been playing great all year, but I think that me personally, I'm with the team. I'll put my trust in Patrick Mahomes. Even when they play the Buccaneers.
Also, their team is good. The Chiefs are a good team too, as well. Let's not.
Their defense has stepped up. Their defense, Chris Jones. I think if Chris Jones can start blowing up that O-line early, Chris Jones was very effective in that Bengals game. If he can do the same thing, if Trent McDuffie, if the young cornerbacks can lock down, if they can just get the Eagles, if they can just not let the Eagles run the ball. You know what I mean? The Eagles are going to try and tire them out. They're going to run the ball. They have the best O-line in the league. Miles Sanders is not a bad running back. You have Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, Jalen Hurts, who are all going to run the ball. They're just going to tire the game out and draw the game out. So if the Chiefs can get Philly off the field, obviously, they're going to win the game. But, I just think overall, Patrick Mahomes, I think it's his third time. He lost last time. I don't think he's really trying to hear anything about, why can't Patrick Mahomes get it done in 2 straight Super Bowls? I think he'll put it together, and I think I don't know. I'll say KC wins by 9.
9.
9.
Wait, what do you think it's going to be, Lizzie?
Like 3. This could be a close game.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be 9. 9 is crazy.
I don't think 9 is crazy. I think by a touchdown and a field goal, like that's not or a few field goals, that's not as crazy.
Yeah,
y'all
exactly.
Are making it y'all act like he said like 21.
The Eagles are scary, bro.
They are, and the only way I feel they're scary, but the only way I feel like they can win is if they score first and just maintain. Because the thing about Jalen Hurts, he has not in the playoffs so far. He has not been asked to go above and beyond. His team, they've been playing weaker teams, and that's good on their part. I'm not like knocking him for playing bad teams and stuff. Like he got the 49ers out of there quick. He got the what's the team that they play in the divisional? The Giants, they got them out of there. I'm not knocking him for not having 300 yards and 4 touchdowns and stuff. I'm not knocking him at all for that. But if he's gonna play the Chiefs, he's gonna need a stub up, and I haven't seen him do that yet. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Me, I got
unless he somehow they score early. The Chiefs can't score, and then he's not being asked to do too much. But even then, I still feel like Pat Mahomes, you don't have a good lead unless you're up like 21 plus. And I don't see them just going up 21 plus.
Philly's got to keep tempo.
My pick is I got the Eagles. I feel like the Eagles have a better team all around. I do understand that Pat Mahomes is the X factor, and he is an X factor. But the Eagles have a better team all around, and just the way that they beat up on the 49ers. They won in convincing fashion, even though with the whole quarterback situation. I feel like no matter who you had at quarterback, they were just going to fucking kill the Niners. So, I don't know. They look good, and I feel like they can.
Was it that convincing?
Yes. What do you mean? Against the Niners?
I mean, I don't think it was that convincing, to be honest. I don't think the offense played that well. The defense was elite. The offense didn't play that well.
They beat the Niners in convincing fashion. I don't think if they had a healthy Brock Purdy, they had a healthy whoever, they still would have beat the Niners. And the Niners are elite offensively, and I think that's just what's going to separate the game on Sunday. So, all right, that's it for our Super Bowl predictions.
Wait, we also just quick touch on Patrick Mahomes just win a second NFL MVP. I don't think it was really up for debate. I think we all, like we said, I think we all knew that was going to happen. Mahomes got his MVP. Kenneth Walker got the most first place votes, but still lost. Y'all see that?
No.
I didn't think it was going to be that close. I thought Garrett Wilson ran away with it. So I was kind of surprised by that.
I didn't see that. But, that's crazy.
Brian Dable, Coach of the Year. I think I had Sirianni. I think you guys both had Dable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Sauce won. We talked about Chino before the pod, but yeah, Patrick Mahomes getting the second MVP. Well deserved.
All right.
So I think that going into it.
All right. Next, we have the big deal or no big deal. It's going to be rapid fire. So I'm going to just give out topics, and then y'all just tell me if it's a big deal or not a big deal. So Daniel Jones rumored to get 34 to 37 mil in his next deal. So how do y'all feel about that?
Big deal, but for all the wrong reasons. That boy do not need that much money at all. To be a game manager is crazy. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm not saying he's not should be the starting quarterback for the Giants. For all means, I feel like you could develop him. He could be a great game manager. You don't pay game managers $40 million though, so big deal, but in really bad ways.
I'll go next. Do you think the Niners should have paid Jimmy G after that 2020 season $40 million? He was a game manager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I agree. Daniel Jones is good. I think I'd sign him for something, but $40 million is crazy. Yes, Latif. Jimmy G was not good that year. That's the type of thing we're talking about. Jimmy G was enough to get them to the Super Bowl. Daniel Jones was enough to get them to the playoffs, but it wasn't great.
I think.
Okay, so
no. Let me go first. I think this whole big contract and shit is strictly off of what he did in the fucking wild card game. If I'm being honest, which he did do great, but I don't think he deserves $40 million like y'all were saying. But go ahead, let's see.
Yeah, no, honestly, if you can get 20, 25, I don't think it's as bad. 30, just seems 30 is crazy.
I think, well, listen, so when we see the number 30, it's the NFL, and it's like 2023, so all quarterbacks are going to get paid a lot. Well, most quarterbacks, if they're competent, they're going to get paid a lot of money. And I think Daniel Jones really raised, this year, I think he was more than a game manager. So I really disagree with that. I think he raised the floor of the Giants, along with Coach Dable. Coach Dable put him in really good positions to be good this year. But he also had Saquon Barkley. But you look at his receivers.
Yeah, can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
So would you rather spend $30-40 million in Daniel Jones, or would you rather go out and get Lamar Jackson or Aaron Rodgers?
I would rather neither one of those. I'd rather go give him some receivers because he hasn't had any receivers in his entire career. So like their receivers really suck.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I understand that, but hold on. You're saying receivers like he's some 5-star court, like he's not. Let's see, bro. Hold on. Can I ask you a question?
What receivers on the market?
I'm gonna ask you 2 questions, Latif. As a GM of a team, what is your one goal?
To win a Super Bowl.
Okay, do you think you can win a Super Bowl with Daniel Jones being your quarterback? And you don't, and then mind you, maybe if you have a really good, I'm talking about Broncos in 2015 Legion of Boom, which the Giants don't have. They have a solid defense, but with a slightly above defense, do you think Daniel Jones is going to lead you to the Super Bowl?
No. Okay, so I want to answer this like that. Like, I think.
Let me
answer this.
Just answer the question.
I know. No, hold on. I'm about to wrap it up. All I want to say is, I just feel like if the Giants put enough around Daniel Jones on offense, he could be really special in this league. I feel like y'all trying to say he's a game manager. I don't think Daniel Jones showed that this year that he can. He led the team to the playoffs with no receivers, bro. Their receivers suck.
Are they winning a Super Bowl with an above average defense and an above average offense? Yes or no?
We seen crazy stuff happen. Yes.
Shut up. Okay, so you're so like
is it a big deal or
you're saying a lot
to me? So
it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It wasn't
Lamar and Ravens are $100 million apart in terms of guaranteed money. Big deal or no big deal?
Big deal, because he's going to get what's going to happen is I feel like they're going to franchise tag him. Lamar isn't going to want to play, so you're going to have to trade him or something. Like I don't think, with how it's going right now, Lamar will not be playing in a Ravens uniform next season. So everyone can make their fan edits and pick whoever they want, whatever jersey swaps they want to do, because I don't think Lamar's playing for the Ravens next year.
I think it's a big deal. Zayla,
no, I think
that's
it's a big
obviously
deal too.
Yeah, that's obviously a big deal. I think everybody agrees.
Alrighty, and last one, Derek Carr rumored to Saints. How do we feel about that?
No big deal. I love Derek Carr. I think the Saints are a fun team, but they're not competing for anything, so no big deal.
Well, that means if they get him, they're gonna go to the playoffs. But I think it's not a big deal though.
Maybe
for sure, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Not a big deal, but they definitely gonna win the NFC South. So I mean, good on them.
All right, we have the cream of the top of this episode. We're pivoting into the NBA. We got a lot of great topics with what's going on in the league today. Recently, we just seen LeBron break the scoring record, and Latif has been saying that he has some great monologue or something like that. So I'm gonna let him do his thing. But yeah, just tell me how you feel about LeBron breaking the scoring record. No, tell me about LeBron breaking the scoring record, and then we'll go into the MJ versus Bron debate.
Okay, first of all, I just want to say Tuesday night was one of the greatest nights of my life. Just watching that man, that kid from Akron, bro, the chosen one. Just watching him just transcend into like human like so it's the difference between basketball like basketball Hall of Fame, and then it's like a human Hall of Fame, like one of the greatest humans ever. And so it was beautiful to watch. Shout out Gloria James for birthing him. Shout out her. First of all, it was just beautiful to see. I don't like how we've been moving the goalposts. We've really been moving the goalposts with this. People are saying it don't mean that much because he played 20 years and all this other stuff. First of all, just because you played 20 years don't mean you got to score 38,000 points. I think people have been really like trying to downplay this accomplishment. I think it was the whole achievement was kind of like it kind of. I don't know. I don't like them losing to the Thunder. That was really bad because that really put a sour taste in my mouth. But I feel like
something else ain't put a sour taste in your mouth.
I just feel like he's the GOAT. I mean, I felt like that 6 years ago when he beat the Warriors 3-1. But like he just added on top of it, bro. And I feel like people that's saying Michael Jordan is still the GOAT, they think there's nothing LeBron could do to even challenge him. But I just feel like this puts LeBron James in the top 10 humans ever.
That was some of the most insane right. Top 10 humans of all time. Bro, what are we talking about?
LeBron in the top 10 humans ever.
I agree. I'm not gonna lie. I agree.
That was some of the most insane. I never want to hear that. I never want to hear you say anybody degrading ever again. Because that was
Isaiah. Name 9 people better. Name 9 people better.
All time. Okay.
Martin Luther James number 10.
Martin Luther King. Okay.
He cheated on his wife.
What the fuck? The fuck does that mean?
I'm just saying.
What are we talking about? Okay.
I'm just saying.
Kanye.
What?
Wait, what did you say?
The greatest musician of all time. What are we talking about here?
Bro.
What are we
Have
talking
you not
about
seen him the last 3 years? Have you not seen him the last 3 years? What are you talking about?
I don't want to get canceled. I don't want to get canceled, so I won't put in the P.
The music's there. The music's the best of all time, but it's been crazy.
Drake?
Bro, top 10 humans of all time. I don't have a set list. It's to mine. Helen Keller, she flew a plane while blind. So, like what are we doing?
No.
Helen Keller was deaf.
She was deaf and blind.
I thought.
Deaf and blind.
Blind and deaf.
LeBron can't fly a plane while being blind.
LeBron,
how you know that?
LeBron solo's Helen Keller.
LeBron has the most turnovers of all time. Now what? Helen Keller whenever. How many turnovers Helen Keller got?
Latif's fucking blazing.
Yo, how many?
Zay or Max? Let's go into.
Anyways, I mean,
Zay, how many points did Helen Keller score? Not 38,000.
Anyways, record was cool. That's really all. I don't know what y'all want me to say right here.
So y'all honestly think the record has no
No, bro. First off, he played
LeBron at all?
20 years. Kareem didn't shoot threes. He shot threes. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and nobody's.
Yo,
I'm not. Hold on. I'm not being baited. I'm not
No.
downplaying the record. It was a great record.
Let me get into it.
No, that's what you just did. I ain't gonna lie.
Let me get it off.
That's what you just did, low key.
First off, when I saw LeBron, I texted the group chat. I said, you know what? It's hard not to smile. Like, it's hard not to be proud of this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga's been in the limelight since he was 18. I did some stupid shit. 16. I did
16.
some stupid shit from 16. That's 2 fucking years ago. I would have got fucking canceled for the shit that I've been doing. And this nigga's been in the spotlight for forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit that culminates into that. And just seeing him, you know what I'm saying, break one of the greatest records. It was cool, bro. But I don't think this impacts the GOAT debate at all. If I'm being real.
The reason why I don't think it impacts the GOAT debate, I feel like when we're talking about impact, we're talking about something that just happened, like him coming back 3-1, versus something like we kind of already knew like this was happening. Like if you already thought he was the GOAT before he broke the scoring record, I don't know why. Like obviously if this was like 5 years ago and nobody knew he would still be this like good, and then he broke it, but like what changed from Monday to Tuesday to impact the GOAT debate?
That's
like in my opinion, like. I feel like if you already had him as your GOAT, yeah, it makes your argument stronger. But if somebody who already did not have him as his GOAT, like me, I don't have him as a GOAT, that does not change anything. Now, him getting a ring, that might change something. Him getting another MVP, that might change something. But him breaking a record where, like, is an impressive record. And the longevity, mind you, if you already have him as your GOAT, longevity is already something that you're already using. So this really doesn't change anything. If you don't have him as your GOAT, I don't think it changed. If you have him as your GOAT, it makes your argument stronger.
I'm not gonna lie. LeBron
really
can save a woman from falling off the fucking Eiffel Tower. He's not my GOAT. He's not my GOAT. So
but okay, now
that's what I'm saying. That's the point, though. It's like
all right.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm open to having my
literally.
No. I'm open to having my opinion.
Jordan's still better.
Are you?
I'm coming from somebody who is non-biased, who does not care that much. LeBron can still pass Jordan. He hasn't yet to me, but I'm not Jadon. He whatever
Bro,
Jadon
he's
is.
Wild that he can never.
He is year 20.
He can never pass it. That's wild.
I didn't say
so
he can
wild.
never. That's Jaden who said that. I'm just saying.
Zay, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, like, it's wild to say it will never.
In my eyes,
that's why. I don't know why you said that.
That's what you know, like.
Let's get into it. No, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
That's what I'm saying. Take yourself out of the conversation. Take yourself out of the conversation.
Jordan was playing in a harder time, I believe. You know what I'm saying? With the whole spacing and everything like that. No, all right, chill.
Why?
Chill.
Why do you believe that? Why do you believe that?
Let's not even forget fucking. I can't forget basketball. Nigga, MJ is a fucking culture. MJ is a culture, nigga. You walk around, you see everybody with fucking J's on their feet and shit. Bro, MJ is a culture. No, bro.
This has nothing to do with the argument.
Stop.
I hate.
What do you mean?
What
do you mean?
I'm just saying, we're on the same side, but you're using all the wrong arguments. I think MJ's the GOAT, but you're just using all the wrong. What are you talking about? People are walking like, what are you saying?
MJ clearly has that nigga beat for me. You know what I'm saying?
His shoes are better, man. His shoes are better.
Right.
Bro, this is a basketball conversation.
Michael Jordan is a culture, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, somebody knocking on my door.
Bro, we're not talking.
Bro, I don't know.
Talking about.
Anyways,
what are we talking about?
What
What are we talking about?
I
Bro,
think
LeBron.
hold on. Here is something I do want to say. Mind you, this is just hypothetical. If, coulda, shoulda. I do think if LeBron's prime was in the 2000s, he would not have that as good as a legacy as he has now. But that's just like a random thing. I don't know why. I don't think using MJ's era is a good example. I think using the 2000s, if he had to go through Kobe, Tim D, all those guys in their prime, I think it would have been a lot, hard. Like, his legacy would probably be a little bit worse, where we wouldn't be having this conversation. Because what really, like, it was 2010 to 2018 where the Patriots had Roy Hibbert in the All-Star game and stuff. That's like,
but
if we're being honest.
Zay, what team in the 2000s was better than any of the Warriors teams that they put out in 2015, 16, 17, 18?
First off, there's a lot of stuff that
there was no. I'm just saying there's
culminated into that Warriors. I mean, that 3-1 comeback. Bro.
Real talk, the best. I'm sorry, like in my opinion, the best basketball team created on the best five on the court is the 2017-18 Lakers.
But he didn't beat them, so I'm confused what that has to do with anything. If it's not like he beat them.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, how are you saying? Like,
I'm just saying, there's no way he goes to 10 straight finals. There's no way he goes to 10 straight finals. I agree with that. There's no singular way. There's no way. If he was playing in this argument doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying because I was just thinking about it one day.
I'm just saying, but I feel like against some of the teams in the 2000s, it obviously depends on who's healthy, who's his coach, who's his teammate, like, obviously. But like, the toughest teams you could play in the finals are those two Warriors teams. So, like, as far as winning a ring and, maybe he doesn't make 10 straight, but maybe he plays, I don't even know. Maybe he plays earlier Spurs team or a Kobe team, which I'm not saying he's going to win it, but I'm just saying, I think he'd have a better chance than those Warriors team he played later on. So, I get it. He might not make 10 straight finals, but I feel like he
just came in. LeBron just came in at a really, like, mind you, I'm not downplaying his legacy. He did what he had to do, and I think he's 1A, 1B. I really don't care that much about the go to pay. It's pointless to me. I'm just saying he did come in at a really good time where he came in where all the young guys were still getting they weren't like, when I say the 2010s guys, we're talking about KD, Russ, all those guys were still young, and he was also coming in at a time where all those guys who dominated 2000s were falling off, and that's really where his legacy started. Like, boom, when he was just.
I get what you're saying.
And mind you, that doesn't change anything. He took advantage. I'm not like knocking him for that, but I think like I'm trying to hear Jaden out when he talks about eras and stuff. I don't think using MJ's 90s era is a good example of that. I think using it 2000s is a better argument.
I agree, but then I'll push the same narrative that Jordan's the same way. He started winning when Bird got too old and the Pistons got too old. Like,
look at his teams. Look at his teams.
I mean, yeah,
when they got too old and he got Scotty.
I don't know what Jaden's talking about.
Against a weak-ass Eagles? What the fuck?
What
in the fuck are we talking about? Look at LeBron's team. What the fuck?
Can I cook? Because Jaden is just spewing hot garbage.
Like he gonna make me go to y'all side, bro.
Jaden's freaking out right now.
Let me go. Let me cook.
Are you scared, Jaden? Are you scared? Because I'm not gonna lie. When Tom Brady came back 28-3 versus the Falcons, I was gonna cry because I was like, now I really don't have an argument no more. It's okay to admit like he's right there. I'm not asking you to call LeBron to go. No, if you're scared, that's what it looks like is going on.
He's right there.
I'm just saying, it looks like you scared, bro.
Yeah, hey, let's keep talking.
Let me cook. I've been itching, bro. First of all, if we just talking about player, like let's remove championships and let's remove like accomplishment, all that stuff for a second, awards, all that. Let's look at player versus player. I just feel like, so as far as defense, obviously Michael Jordan is a better perimeter defender than LeBron, but I feel like LeBron is a better like help defender.
You watch Michael Jordan play help defense.
LeBron is a more versatile.
You watch Michael Jordan play help defense.
Huh?
No, I'm asking you a question. Did you watch Michael Jordan play help defense? A lot of niggas say this shit, but they never seen fucking Michael Jordan play. So that's all it is. What do you mean? I mean,
I didn't watch all the NBA games in NBA history, bro.
He's a better help defender, so bro. You know for sure because you've seen Michael Jordan play help defense, and you compare the two, and we're like, oh yep, LeBron is a better help defender.
I mean, I watched full games. I've watched full games of Michael Jordan, like a lot of full games of him. I'm not gonna say I watched every game, but I mean, like I just feel like I feel like I'm giving Michael Jordan the edge on the perimeter.
But I don't think it's fair to say LeBron is a better help defender. Because you have nothing to back that up. You didn't watch that nigga play.
Okay, let's throw that. Okay, let's throw that out. So I'm saying LeBron. My whole point in saying is LeBron is more versatile. He can guard more positions than Michael Jordan. Yes or no? Yes or no? He can guard more positions than Michael Jordan.
Don't say that, Jaden.
Can LeBron James guard more positions than Michael Jordan?
It's obvious, yes.
I mean, he could probably guard a
he can.
Big ass fucking big ass wing better.
Bro, LeBron can guard on a regular basis. LeBron can guard 1 through 4, and on special occasions, he can guard 5. Michael Jordan can't do that.
I hate that.
Yes, he can.
He's not guarding 1 through 5. He can guard 1 through 4.
That's not a lame narrative.
I'll give him 1 through 4.
Did you hear what I just said?
No,
I just said 1 through 4, and on occasions 5.
What occasion? Ben Wallace, nigga? What are we talking about?
Bro,
no,
he's guarded 5 in his whole career. Like
I've really seen Bron get bitched by so many
times.
Hold on, are we not talking? Hold on, stop. Are we not talking about like the 2013 finals, the block on Thiago splitter? Like
that's not guarding 1 through 5. That is not guarding 1 through 5. What are we talking about,
bro? Anyways, James.
Talking about outside defense. He's talking about.
What are you talking about? That's not guarding 1 through 5.
No, it's not. He can guard. LeBron James can guard 1 through 5. He's 6'9", 250.
He has done it his whole entire
career. We're talking about help side defense. That's not guarding 1 through 5.
He can guard 5, bro.
That is not guarding 1 through 5. Stop it. What are you talking about?
No, I didn't, bro. I literally said we can throw the help side defense off because you made a valid point. I'm not watching enough Michael Jordan to say LeBron's a better help side defender. So I'm saying LeBron James can guard more positions. So therefore he's a more versatile defender. On the offense end, so Michael Jordan is a better scorer. He averages 3 more points, but LeBron is more efficient. He has more points. I know it's a longevity thing. Yes, of course. But we're not going to start using longevity as a negative. We need to start using longevity as a positive. Longevity is a positive thing. Being that good for this long is a positive. Not many players can say they can do that. Michael Jordan can't say he's been that good for this long because in the later years of his career, after he retired the second time, he fell off compared to LeBron. So I just feel like, I'll give Michael Jordan. He's a better scorer than LeBron. But as far as offense, LeBron is a better playmaker. Go ahead.
Can we please look at? So LeBron's got better efficiency, and are we looking at Jordan's shot attempts? Sure, he's scoring more points. Are we seeing his shot attempts?
Yeah, he's more efficient. He's literally more efficient than Michael Jordan. He's more efficient from 2. He's more efficient from 3.
The basketball more times. So I really hope if he's the GOAT, I really hope that he's going to make more shots. If he shoots more shots, he's going to make more. I'm just saying. I just feel like LeBron is more efficient, shoots less shots more efficiently, and
if you shoot less, you should be more efficient.
LeBron is more efficient from 2 than Michael Jordan is more efficient. That's true. Okay, so listen, hold on, let me go.
I'm just saying, but the whole idea where he averages more points, he shoots more shots.
Yeah, that's a good point, Max. But I just feel like
it's just how it is. LeBron's gonna look for the best. LeBron passes the ball more. That's his play style. He passes the facilitator.
LeBron is just a more efficient player in general.
He looks for the best. He looks for the best basketball play. He's not looking for the best shot for himself.
Exactly. As far he clears on passing, playmaking is him like by far.
I say
yes or no. He's a better playmaker, and I give Michael Jordan a better scorer, but like overall a better offensive player. I'm giving it to
what are we talking about?
I think he's better. He's better on offense and better defense.
He's not.
Yes, he is. Because offense is more than scoring, Jaden. Offense is more than scoring.
Offense is more than scoring.
Offense is more than scoring. Yes or no?
Plays more the biggest part. Plays the biggest part. Stop, Zay. What are we talking about?
What's that? No, wait.
What are we talking about? Score.
Sorry.
If you don't put the ball in the basket, it's not basketball. The whole point.
He puts the ball in the basket more than everybody in the history.
He played.
What are you talking about?
Wait. Hold on.
Stop.
The whole point of basketball is to put the ball in the basket. If you're telling me that no, Max.
So
Let me get off what I'm getting off.
He has the most baskets of all time.
Let me get off what I'm getting off, bro.
Okay.
If we're talking about offense, and literally the most important part of offense is scoring the basketball. I do understand that there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Fucking passing, screening, all the other stuff that goes into offense. But what is the end goal of all of that stuff? What is the end goal to a great pass? What is the end goal to a great screen and roll? What is the end goal to a great screen and pop? What is the great role to all of it? What's the end goal to all of that? It's scoring the basketball.
Who has the most points?
And Latif already said that. That's not relevant right now.
Who's done it the most?
Latif said that Jordan is the best, is the better scorer out of both of them. So how can you tell me that LeBron is a better on offense? What are you talking about?
Because the gap between Michael Jordan and LeBron scoring is not as big as the gap between Michael Jordan's playmaking and LeBron's playmaking.
I can't.
It literally the gap as far as playmaking is big. The gap as far as playmaking is big. Jaden, who makes?
Hold on. I say he's a better playmaker.
Let Zay speak.
Okay. We're talking about scoring is the most important thing about basketball. I mean, about being the best offensive player, correct? Yeah, I'm using a football argument for this. I got so pissed when people were talking about Lamar Jackson. All he does is he had this many touchdowns, but they were like the role of the quarterback is passing. That's number one. No, it's not. It's scoring touchdowns. It's scoring touchdowns. And the reason why I'm saying is I don't care if you score 50 rushing touchdowns as quarterback. If that's your role as the quarterback, it's to get as many touchdowns as possible. That being said, LeBron is more responsible for more points due to him being a better playmaker.
We're not using that.
What do you mean? It's a
We're not
fact.
using that.
That's
That's elementary ass argument. That's a very elementary ass argument.
Hold on, Jaden. Wait, hold on, Jaden, bro. He is number one in scoring all time and number 4 in assists. Like, bro,
we're talking about all longevity.
In terms of being an offense.
I'm not gonna lie. Without. I'm not.
All right, then LeBron.
I'm not.
All right, hold on. But LeBron is still averaging.
I say he's a better playmaker, but you can't say on offense he's better offensively.
Okay, so
if the main point of offense is to score,
he's better offensively,
that Michael Jordan is a better scorer.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
That's my point. That's why I bring up Lamar Jackson. I don't care who scores, as long as that basket. If he was responsible for that, it does not matter. As long as he was responsible for it, I'm not just saying, oh, LeBron just rises his teammates. I'm saying if LeBron is the one finding his teammates open in the corner for a three, I don't care if LeBron shot the three or he found the person in the corner. That's still 3 points that he is responsible for. There could be somebody, bro, because that's why you do know people are saying Jokic is the best offensive center of all time. Not because he's the greatest scorer. Not because if you put him one-on-one versus Shaq, he would beat Shaq. Shaq is dogging Jokic in a one-on-one. That's not what I'm talking about. But Jokic averaging 25 points and getting 12 assists as well, offensively is better than Shaq getting 30 and 2 assists a game. That's so offensive player. If somebody said Jokic is the greatest offensive center of all time, I'm not going to be like, oh, what about Shaq, though? Shaq is a better scorer than that, man. If I had $1 million, I had to pick somebody to get a bucket, it's Shaq, of course. But what's it called? Offense is more than just scoring. It's about everybody scoring. Like, if you're responsible for that.
Great argument. MJ clears in scoring. MJ clears.
No, he does not. No, he does not. Okay,
now LeBron clears in playmaking. Now what?
He doesn't clear. He doesn't clear. He does not clear. No, he does. Here, though.
Jaden
averages 3 more points than him.
Jaden. The gap between MJ and LeBron scoring is like this, right? MJ on top. The gap between their playmaking is like this.
Thank you, bro.
Now we have to.
Yes, it is. Bro. He's a lot better playmaker than him.
Like a lot.
Bro, LeBron James is a top 5 passer ever. He's a top 5 scorer ever. Like facts.
Bro.
He is, bro. Not talking about amounts. Like, bro, he's the top 5 player to ever pass the ball ever, bro. Like ever. And then who makes their teammates better? Who makes their teammate? Like,
hold on. I'm not giving you that argument. I'm sorry. I can't give you that argument.
Why not?
Bro,
no, wait. Can I ask a question? About scoring?
No, hold on, real quick. I just can't give you that argument because my thing about LeBron, the only problem with him, a lot of his like what's it called, cons, or like a lot of the reason why his teams are so bad without him is kind of his fault. He's not a player like Kevin Durant where you could just plug him into any offense and it goes perfectly fine. LeBron is the offense, and that's a good thing when he's on the court. If LeBron could play, if fatigue was not a thing or whatever, LeBron would be the greatest player of all time, 1,000%. But because he makes all his players around him, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna just lie and say he makes all his players catch and shoot players. But there is definitely an argument to that he is. I'm not. He does. It's not 1,000%. He just he makes every big man like a 3-point catch and shoot shooter. But there's definitely arguments to that where LeBron is the offense so much where it's kind of negative sometimes.
So let's talk about.
Nigga think you're part of the pod.
Well, I mean, I agree with that.
I just can't give you that he makes his teammate better. I don't think. Or if it is, it's not that much more where you can make that, where you can use that in an argument. And something that's this close, you got to give me gaps, bro. And I'm sorry, I can't give you that one. Can't.
Do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about? Okay, so we got into the player.
We got to hop into the trades. Got to hop into the trades, man.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like we got into the player as far as we talking about accomplishments as like rings and then trophies and all that. First, I want to say it's not crazy to say that LeBron is a better overall player.
No, I think it's very crazy to say that. I think Michael Jordan is a better defender. I think
it's not crazy, bro.
Oh my God, whose side are you fucking on?
Why is he a better defender?
Bro, it's not crazy. I'm not saying LeBron
is a better defender.
Bro. You can't say he's
You've
crazy.
Just been talking, but you haven't been saying a lot, man.
The amount of fucking
I'm not going. You had no counter argument.
I've been going back and forth, and it doesn't allow me to talk.
I think MJ is better. I think MJ is better. You just don't have any arguments. Like, I'm helping you out. I'm throwing you the alley-oop, and you're not finishing any of them. I'm literally giving you an opportunity where I'm like, nah, Latif, I can't give you that, and you don't say anything. You got really want to. You got to talk about how the Cavs lost like 50 games the year LeBron left. That's like a good and all, but that's because he was so much of offense. You didn't use any of that, so you can't be mad that I'm really giving you passes, and you're not taking them.
We're talking.
I'm putting you in a position to score. An offensive player. I'm putting you in a position to score. If you're not scoring, bro, that's on you.
All right, we're talking about a 9.
Everybody want to talk
defense. First team. You can't tell me he's a better defender than Michael Jordan. Stop. You admit that Michael Jordan is a better scorer, but you also admitted that. But I can admit that LeBron is a better playmaker. So if we're talking about offense, I believe in a way. You can look at it as hand in hand, but I still give the edge to Michael Jordan. Second, I give the edge to Michael Jordan on defense. So do you think LeBron overall is a better defender?
Why?
What do you mean?
Why?
Yes.
Why? You
answered
more versatile.
the
question. You've asked.
What do you? All right, he is more versatile. I do believe that. But 9 for all defensive first teams.
Why?
9 all defensive first teams. First off, if you watch MJ, most of his buckets come off of the defensive end. Being a pest on defense. Fucking forcing steals through the passing lanes, taking the ball out of elite ball handlers' hands. Bro, Michael Jordan's offense came from defense.
Hold on. I'm gonna go with Jadon on this only because I think in a one-on-one, I'm not sure. I will say probably don't want to. One-on-one. Sorry, I'm probably picking to score. If I had to score, I probably will pick. I'm not scoring on either one of them. By the way, they're both clapping me up, but I'm probably picking MJ. But the only reason I will give the defensive edge to MJ isn't because of his award selection. It's not because of any of that. Because LeBron is lazy on defense, and it sometimes it's really bad to watch. Like
MJ has
really
one of the
bad
best
to watch.
hands ever.
Hold on. When he needs to lock in, he is one of the best defenders in the league, and that's not arguable at all. So, but a lot of the times, I see it, and this man transition defense a lot too. He be walking like, I know.
Can I ask a quick question? Sorry.
What's
so
up?
The finals are the time that matters, correct? The finals are the one time that matters, right?
I mean, yeah, but if we're doing, I'm just saying, look, MJ wasn't lazy on defense.
That's a great moment.
That's not even the point, Max. That's not even the point.
Can I
Go ahead.
please finish my point? Jordan, like in the finals, statistically, Jordan was even the best defender on his team.
Scottie Pippen was a great defender.
Blocks, steals, and rebounds.
Scottie Pippen was a great defender.
Yeah, I'm confused with that.
But I'm just saying, like, LeBron was leading his team in everything.
What other defense was there?
Defense. Like, are we talking about defensive anchors?
Wait, hold on. Wait, Lakers, AD was the best defender. 2016.
D-Wade was a great defender,
his
too.
Cavs ones. Any of his Cavs ones.
Yeah,
D-Wade.
Latif, was D-Wade not a great defender? Oh, my God.
He was the best defender on that team.
Please stop.
The Lakers.
We talking about LeBron. We talking about he's not better than LeBron. He wasn't better than LeBron.
Prime LeBron, no. Like that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Chris Bosh is also a really good rim protector. I'm just saying I don't like that argument because he wasn't the best defender on his team.
We're talking about a top 75.
That doesn't change the fact that when LeBron was lazy, it's very noticeable. That's what I'm saying. I think when he locks in, he's right up there with MJ.
I want to respond to Zay lazy comment because I agree. LeBron is definitely lazy on defense, especially later in his career. Later into his career, and especially I watched Thunder game the other day, and Jesus, that was terrible. After he passed that record, he was not playing any type of defense or offense either. But I want to say, first of all, Michael Jordan, he's not, as you mentioned, a 9-time, right? He played alongside a generational defender, bro, a top 5 defender ever. Like, give LeBron another defender on the perimeter like that, he's going to get more all defensive teams because he doesn't have to do as much. And also, with the stuff being lazy, Zay, he's carrying
Michael
so
Jordan
much of the offensive load. I'm not saying Michael Jordan didn't carry much.
I understand.
But you can't bring that up. Michael Jordan just carried the whole offensive load.
Hold on. Wait, no, Jaden, no, Latif, I understand that, which is why if you call him a better offensive player, I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying in terms of like this argument, we can't use his offensive output to this on defense. He's lazy. There's no ifs and ands about it, and that's why I'm gonna go with MJ in that apartment. Now, if you give me LeBron in offense because he was carrying that load, then I'll give you that, and now we're at an even matchup. So I just feel like you can't.
So when I say LeBron's carrying that load, I'm saying he was a much better defender. He was a much better defender like earlier in his career, but when it started like against like Cavs, like 27, like after Kyrie and them left 2018, that's when it really started going downhill. He wasn't playing no type of defense, especially in the regular season. But if you look back, like I watched like clips and documentaries and stuff where people say like Michael Jordan took plays off on defense as well. When you carrying that much offense, when you carrying that much on offense, you have to take off on defense as well. And then Michael Jordan has Scottie Pippen right there on the perimeter with him. LeBron never had no perimeter defender like that on the side of him. Or am I missing something?
That doesn't change the argument though.
What you gotta say?
That
he took the AirPods off. He can't speak.
No, yeah,
I'm just saying.
I am curious.
But either way, Latif, that does not change the argument as a defense. Like, you're making excuses for him, and these are all valid excuses. Hold on, these are all valid excuses, but they're still excuses at the end of the day. And because of his offensive output, I will give you that LeBron is the better offensive player. Because then you can argue on MJ that since he was trying so much on defense, he had to give the ball on offense up sometimes. So we could go back and forth. So we make all these excuses for one another. That's why I don't like when Jadon makes excuses for MJ on offense. But that's also I can't let y'all make defenses for LeBron being on defense. That's why LeBron's the better offensive player to me. But I got to give the thing to MJ because most of the time he was trying a lot more.
I think being versatile matters a lot, and I just feel like
that does.
I think LeBron is more versatile, but So that's my argument for him being a better player. We can argue about LeBron and MJ all day
forever. So let's just move on to the next
be a week-long segment. We gotta hop
on
the trades, man.
Trade
deadline? Yeah, bro. Trade deadline. This is one of the crazy. This might be the best trade deadline ever. It was crazy. It didn't start popping off to the last 2 days. But I know everybody was just checking their Twitter.
Yeah,
just checking their Twitters.
Before we hop into, I guess, the big trades, like just quickly, like biggest winners, biggest losers. What do you guys got?
Like little winners, or like we talking about we just talking about like teams that low key got better.
Who is the winner and who is the biggest loser?
Biggest winner is obviously the Suns. They gave up a lot of depth. They gave up a lot. I'll just go quick so we all can say it real quick. We're gonna go more in depth anyway. They gave up a lot of depth, but I mean, hey, like that puts your team over the thing where. Anyway, we were talking about in the previous podcast when it comes to playoffs. Depth starts to not matter as much, and Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges were big, huge pieces, but I mean, I don't know. I just feel like they'll figure it out. I'm not gonna lie. You have Katie, you have Booker, you have Aiden. That's one of the things you will figure out. You're gonna make it work. Biggest loser, I'll say, is one, the Trailblazers, because maybe not the Trailblazers, because I don't know. I just feel bad for Dame, and I hate him. So me saying that says a lot. But they could have probably got a contender to overpay for Dame because that's what it was looking like. Everybody was just sending out picks like they was candy. I feel like they could have definitely got a contender.
So many second-round picks. Second-round picks were going crazy.
They could have definitely got a contender to overpay for him. But also the Heat. I just don't know what they're doing, bro. Like, it's just all this is going on. And then I'll let you go. But the Heat just, I mean, they were competing. I'll give it the Heat.
Let me hop after Jay.
The Heat were competing for the last 2 years with the Celtics. I mean, they beat them. They went to the finals in a bubble. Then they lost. Then they lose in Game 7 last year when the Celtics went to the finals. They lost in Game 5. They were right there. And it's just like they're scared to take that next leap. But that's what you have to do to get better. You have to take that next leap, and they refuse to. Now the Celtics got better. 76 got better. The Bucks are still as good as usual. And the Heat are just still right there. And if they took that Heat too. Yeah, and if the what's it called? If the Heat took that next leap, I would have them be in that same tier as them because as much even though their roster does not reflect it, they compete with the Bucks, they compete with the Celtics. Sometimes I ask myself, how are they doing it? But they still do. And I had them in that tier, but they didn't make a move at the deadline, so that puts them in tier 2 at the Eastern Conference. And I feel like they definitely could have remained a tier 1 team if they made a move. 76ers made a move, they got Harden. Celtics make a move, they got some shooters. Bucks always make a move, they got Jay Crowder. They didn't do anything, and Kyle Lowry is so bad that just getting a slightly better point guard like Fred VanVleet is that move that can help y'all. But
all right, obviously
that's my biggest.
I think this is going to be across the board. Everybody's going to say the biggest winner is the Phoenix Suns. You add KD to. All right, so you're a fucking dickhead. All right, cool. You add KD to Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. Chris Paul's ass, but he's still a floor general. He knows what he's doing out there. So I feel like he's terrible. But
he is
given that situation, I feel like that's the biggest move. That shook the whole West up completely. But the biggest loser is the fucking Bulls. First off, I don't know what the Bulls are doing. Do you want to compete or do you not? And even if you want to compete, you're not competing.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? First off, when I was looking at the whole thing of Zach LaVine going to the Knicks, I was like, all right, that's cool. We can get something back. I don't want RJ's bum ass. But I will take something like Obi.
Yeah, what'd you want? I didn't even know because they traded Cam, so I didn't even know a package.
I would take somebody like Obi, and I would take D Rose, but that didn't happen. So now I'm stuck in a hard spot, rocking a hard spot. When we got Arturas, I was like, you know what? The Bulls are gonna do something different. We got rid of fucking Garpax, now we got Arturas and shit. So now everything's gonna be better. We get Vooch in the trade deadline in 2021. I'm like, oh, you know what? Everything is looking up. Now, first off, the East is wide fucking open. The East is open as fuck. And we don't make a move, bro. What do you, Max? Why you not? No.
I wouldn't say
he's just open to make a move. We didn't make a move, bro. We didn't do anything.
What do you mean? I'm just saying.
Oh, sure.
To make a move. I was gonna say if y'all did make a move, y'all went from a tier 3 team in the East to a tier 2 team in the East. Anyway, so
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
This is so embarrassing, and I know. What I will say is,
I get that.
I would be open to signing Russ. That's what I'm gonna say. I would be open to signing Russ.
Russ ain't going there. Russ ain't going.
Get ready to follow everybody.
You're crazy.
Get ready to follow everybody.
You're funny. I already follow Paul George, so I mean, Clippers. The rest of it, if I gotta follow Terrence Mann, I will. I really like. We're not going to the Bulls. I'll tell you that right now. Anyways, next person.
Alright, so I'll go my biggest losers first. My biggest losers was brain fart. The Bulls were the Bulls and the Raptors were my two teams. They put themselves in mediocrity, like you know what I mean. That's the worst spot you could be in the NBA. I don't understand why teams want to be at that 10 to 6 rank. And I get it. We're talking about the Suns and the Warriors. Maybe they can make the 10. They have a good they have a chance. They have stars who can take them over the top. The Bulls and the Raptors did not do anything to where I'm I'm happy for them for the future. No, they have free agents coming up. They have contracts they have to guys they have to pay. I'm not gonna lie. They didn't set themselves up. The Cavs were kind of there because they just didn't make any moves while some other guys got deeper. They didn't add shooting. They didn't add much to help. But I'm not saying they're the biggest losers. But the Bulls and the Raptors are my two biggest losers. My two biggest winners are just the city of LA. I think the Lakers and the Clippers both got better. LA, what, Jaden? Don't look at me like that. The Clippers added some serious depth. I do hope Russ goes there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So they get Plumlee, they get Eric Gordon. I think if you put Russ there, they get Bones. I don't want Bones to start. I want Bones to be on the second unit. I want Russ to start. I 100% agree with you. I think Russ on the Clippers, especially because Russ going up. I'm not saying I'm not confirming it. I'm not going to put all my chips on it. But an LA Western Conference Finals would be phenomenal. That'd be a phenomenal.
The storyline.
It would finally happen, and Russell Westbrook is at the center of all this stuff. That'd be a lot of fun. But obviously the Lakers got significantly better off the Russ trade. I think that regardless of what you think Russ is worth, I don't think any of us thought Russ in a first-round pick was worth Beasley, Vanderbilt, and D'Lo.
Yeah.
That was.
I'll say my opinion on that a little bit as a Russ fan, but yeah.
I don't know what Minnesota was doing. I think they were kind of I don't know. I didn't really get that. Why do you want Mike Conley? But I think LA both got better. We'll talk about it more. Yeah. I'm not as high on Phoenix as you guys are. I'm scared about Phoenix.
We'll see.
We'll talk about it more later. And that's my thing. I don't like Phoenix that much as a team. I'm a Devin Booker hater. You guys know that. I love KD. Great.
I'm a Chris Paul hater, so
I love KD. I'm like.
Oh, let's keep go because Because I think the main two things I want to get off this podcast is Battle of LA, Phoenix, and then the teams who didn't do anything. So
man said Battle of LA like Russ is on the Clippers.
You're muted, Jaden. Jaden, you're muted.
Bro, what you mean Russ is on the Clippers? It's dang near already happened. It's already locked in, gang. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow.
Milwaukee would be fun, but I'm not gonna lie. Milwaukee with Russ and Anthony Davis, Russ and Giannis would be disgusting.
Russ wouldn't start.
That's not a good.
Russ wouldn't start.
So that's what I'm saying. I think I'd rather him go to LA because if you have Russ and Giannis on the court, that's worst space. That's probably some of the worst.
I think the pick and roll. I think the pick and roll offense with a lot of shooters would be great. I think that would be something.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll talk about it. Because I'm gonna just tell you every. We'll see. Let's see if you go.
Biggest winners is probably biggest winners is definitely the Suns. I was gonna say Lakers to just stroll earlier, but obviously it's the Suns. They look like they coming out the West. If KD can stay healthy,
that matters.
I don't see
why
people talk. Yeah. People not talking about that. I've not seen anyone talk about that. We act like KD finna just come back from injury. He's gonna be good, but he has to stay healthy on the floor. Mm-hmm. I don't think that the depth matters that much at all. Biggest losers probably the Cavs, probably the Bulls, Raptors. Just they want to make it to second round so bad. I don't know why, but yeah, that's all I got to say. Yeah, definitely the Bulls for sure.
I think the biggest thing we got to talk about. I just say the Russ because I know that might lead to a lot of things. I wasn't. I think the package they got because I was after the Thunder game. At first, I still want to Russ on the Lakers because playing with LeBron and AD, I just feel like LeBron is one of those players he could just take over. That's one of the players you don't bet against, and I just want to see Russ win a ring at this point. But after that Thunder game, I was like, I'm over it. Darvin, like I was just over. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go somewhere else. Like it just wasn't working the way I thought it was going. All right, I'm like, AD's healthy, LeBron's healthy. Let's finally give it a chance. And then I don't know. What was wrong with AD that game? And I think. Part of my brain still tells me it could have worked, but it was not with that coach.
Oh my gosh,
not with that
hard
coach.
To watch.
So I was like, let's. Now that's something that's is really bad. I was just like, not with that. If you're putting Russ in with 3-guard lineups with Pat Bev, it just wasn't for me anyway. So I was like, you know what? I gave up on that reason. But the Kyrie trade, what they were going to give up for Kyrie was going to be so much, and I just did not believe.
What was the offer? I guess
it was supposed to be Russ. 2 firsts and like one of like Lonnie or Austin, one of them guys. I just feel like that does not make that team that much better if you're still gonna run 3-guard lineups with Kyrie, Pat Bev, Dennis. Obviously, because here's the problem. If Russ was the problem in LA, which I don't believe he was, I think they get better after the trade for sure. But I don't think Russ was the problem in LA. Like Kyle Lowry is a problem in Miami. He's holding them back from winning games. Russ just wasn't like putting them over that edge. And I don't think Kyrie did that either. They definitely get better with Kyrie, but I don't think it's enough where like, oh, we want him in so much. I think this trade definitely helped because the problem was they gave 70 points to OKC with all the celebrities in LA. They gave him 70 points to OKC in the first half. The problem was defense. Kyrie was not helping that. Once again, the problem wasn't Russ. The problem was their defense. It was their 3-guard lineups. It was all that stuff. So you replace Kyrie, you're still having 3-guard lineups. You're still bad on defense. Them getting Beasley, Vanderbilt, and then getting like D'Angelo Russell, that definitely is way, way, way better than just getting Kyrie, in my opinion, for the Lakers. If the Lakers already had good defenders and Russ was holding them back from games, then that Kyrie trade, go ahead. But Russ wasn't the problem there.
I'm going to
it was a whole lot of problems, and yeah.
All right, no troll. I'm trying not to laugh, but I really appreciate Russ for his time being in LA. He was definitely a professional.
You literally call him a vampire. You really call him a vampire.
I'm not even trolling.
That means a lot for you to say
you
that.
don't troll to that capacity.
Yeah,
I was trolling.
The group chat says otherwise. You are a hater, man.
I was trolling, but like
y'all see what you do for the pod, man.
Yeah, you're a hater.
Russ has literally been a professional the whole time. Like it's hard playing with LeBron, any player. And I think he gave us his all every single night. I think Russ brought a lot of good stuff to Lakers. First of all, they're one of the slowest teams without him. Like so, he brought a lot of pace. He's not really good on defense, but he brought a lot of effort. And for all of his turnovers, he was still a good player. So what are you clapping for? I'm trying to give him his flowers.
Talk about.
I think
he wasn't really good at defense, but at least he tried. Like, I'm sorry.
He wasn't.
A lot of times they had Russ guarding the best player on the court. So let's not do that.
This is like a.
Hold on. Because I didn't. No, hold on. We're not gonna act like. We're not gonna act like Russell Westbrook didn't. They didn't put Russell Westbrook on the best defender.
It's moments where he locked up for sure. It was moments where he locked up. But
moments. Why are you trying to sneak this, Russ? You're not trying to sneak this.
I'm not. I'm saying.
At least he tried. Like he wasn't guarding the best player on the court a lot of those games. Like what are you? You act like they had to hide him on defense or something. Like what?
Go Jay, bro. Go Jay.
He had his moments.
Especially last year. First off, Russ was the only person who was fucking healthy that whole year. If I'm being real. Russ was the only person that was healthy. You could arguably say he was the best player for the Lakers last year.
What's funny?
If I'm being real.
What are you laughing at?
I think it was a shit show.
No, like I don't understand.
It was a shit show this year. I think it was great.
I don't understand what's wrong. No, hold on.
No, let me finish, bro.
What's wrong
I think
with
it was
you?
a shit
Like,
show
what's
this year
so funny?
until he started coming off the bench and then he accepted that role. This leads me to what I'm gonna say next. I think Russ isn't gonna go to a place to win a ring. If I'm being honest, just knowing Russ and his personality, I think Russ goes to a place.
Why?
You know Russ?
What do you mean? Right, you know him personally? Like, what do you talking about?
Stop.
What do you like? He accepted the bench.
In the way he acts, bro. Like, stop, bro. Please.
Bro,
I think Russ. Yes, I did.
Oh, you had lunch with him?
Anywho, bro, can I get off what I'm getting off? I think that Russ is going to go to a place where he could be more of a focal point. He could be a starting point guard. I think he wants to prove to teams in the league. I said a focal point. I believe that Russ is going to go to a place where he can be a focal point of the offense, and he can, you know what I'm saying, be able to produce like Russ. I think Russ wants to show that he's still that type of guy. I don't think Russ in his mind has let go. I think he's in his mind. He still thinks that he's the MVP caliber, what he was, a triple-double machine. I think he still believes that. Anywho, I think
he's Russ therapist, by the way.
I think Russ is going to go to a team to show the rest of the league.
I agree with that, Jay.
I can't start. I can't produce. I'm not what LA portrayed me to be. It was a terrible fit. Everybody knows it was a terrible fit. Since day one, it was a terrible fit. He's gonna try to go out there and show. Yeah, and he's gonna try to go out there and show that he's still the same player.
That was not gonna work out.
I think he could have worked with a better coach.
I was a hater. I was not thinking it was gonna work out from day one. I was kind of like, why are we doing this? That's not.
Jay, now I'll give you you may want to show teams like he can still be a great player, and that's why for what I don't think he's gonna go to the Bucks because he will be on the bench there. But he definitely can still do that with the Clippers or he 1,000%. I think he wants to show teams that he's not a negative player, and I think he can do that being a starter for the Clippers. I get what you're saying, but I just don't think he's gonna go to a team like the freaking Wizards again and be like, guys, I'm averaging triple double again. Because people are gonna be like.
Can I ask you guys a question? What means more for Russ's legacy? Winning a ring or having 3 more seasons with a triple double?
I think it's winning a ring, 1,000%.
If Russ wins a ring. I'm sorry. If Russ goes to the Clippers and wins a ring, I think he is undoubtedly a top 5 point guard. I don't think anybody's
doubting that he's a top 5 point guard.
He has a ring. The only one with CP3 is he does not have a ring.
Chief, stop! Oh my gosh!
I'm saying.
Who
the fuck?
I think it's
Hold on. No, I think it's
that's what I'm saying. People try and say he's not there because Steph Curry has run the league as the best point guard. Steph has run the league as the best point guard.
And you know what's crazy?
In and out. If Russ gets that ring, he's the second best point guard of the 2010s, I think.
And it was a time and point where he was that number one for a little bit. After from 2012 when Chris Paul was kind of declining just slightly, just a little bit, to 2015 he was. And I feel like Russ is at a point where I do think you're right, where he doesn't want that bench role. That probably was not the best choice, which why I don't think he will go to the Bucks. It will be cool to see him win a ring, but if he's not averaging at least 20 points or at least 18 and 10, it's really not gonna mean as much. But I do think on the Clippers, he can be a focal point or I think he just wants to be a big reason. I think you'd rather have show teams yo, I can average 17 and 8 for you and be a positive force and be like, I can average a triple-double, but that's only when I'm playing with all shooters and the worst team and we're going to lose in the first round again. I think he would much rather compete. Russ, I get what you're saying about him wanting to be a focal point. He also wants to compete regardless. So at this point, he's not going to go to some random team just to get triple-doubles and get beat in the first round. And no, there's no way I see that happening. I can't. Latif, who's 5 better? Who's 5? This is real quick.
Yeah, you did make a think
because I'm not even going because you made a face.
I think Russ is better. I think Russ is better than CP3, bro.
I said, name 5 better point guards all time.
All time. Magic and Steph are the only two that
he's Isaiah Thomas.
I guess. I give you that. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I give you that. That's 3.
So you have him top 5.
I think Russ is better than Steve Nash.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think Russ is definitely better than Steve Nash.
So you have a top 5 all time.
Yeah.
You did make a face.
Okay. You made a face.
I thought you meant Oscar Robertson, John Stockton.
I know
those names up there.
Right, Oscar Robertson is probably 4. And I'll put Russ at 5, bro.
Okay. All right. Say what you're going to say then.
I want to say this though. So, I mean, at this point for Russ, so how many years has this man played? He drafted in 2009.
14.
So
14.
He's getting up to 14. He's getting up there in age, and I just feel like ever since OKC, I mean, the Rockets was cool, but the Wizards,
the Wizards was good, bro.
I don't like the trend is going for Russ, bro. I want to remember Russ
The Wizards, Russ was good. I think people forget that.
I'm just saying, okay,
because on the Rockets, whole COVID weird year, Wizards Russ was good, bro. At first, it was rocky because they weren't winning games. Towards the middle of the season, after the All-Star break or a little bit before that, that was when they started to hone in and actually win games. And Russ was the biggest reason.
Russ looked like Russ. Yeah, so I'm confused on what you mean, where it's going. The Lakers was bad. That was a dumpster fire. But I feel like you just can't make it seem like he's just going everywhere, destroying franchises as he leaves.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about for his legacy, Zay. I'm talking about for his legacy.
His legacy has not gone down to me, bro.
Well, I disagree with that. I think his legacy has.
Okay, why?
Being on all these teams, I feel like, I think for being on all these teams has diminished his legacy a little bit. Like, we knew Russ as a MVP, OKC player for life. I just think he's gonna definitely finish as a top 5 point guard all the time. But I'm talking about I feel like at one point we thought Russ could be one of the top 30.
I never thought that bullshit. What the fuck?
Or was that ever thought as far as
I'm a Russ fan. I never thought about that deep. Where here's my thing about his legacy. We never had a chance to watch all these old guys into the bad of their career, and I feel like that's the only reason you're saying that. We're growing up watching the NBA now, so you're seeing Russ actually decline when all these guys in that top 30.
Yeah, so the Shaq's legacy get hit
bad.
Get hit like
worse
that.
Than Russ.
Yeah,
worse.
Really bad.
Yeah, the Shaq. Are you gonna say Shaq's legacy?
Terrible in the Cavs, terrible in the Celtics.
You can't say that unless
nobody's talking about that.
For Shaq.
It wasn't good.
Everybody still thinks Shaq.
We don't talk about that.
Hey, that's
He's top 10 in everyone's list.
Yeah, people talk about Orlando Magic, Lakers,
but Shaq has.
I think
4 championships.
I think Shaq's top 10.
But nobody.
No one does talk about that.
But when people talk about Allen Iverson, people talk about his 76ers, a little bit of the Nuggets. Do you remember? Nobody talk about the Pistons. Nobody talks about the Grizzlies.
You're thinking of the Nets.
I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, and out there, and that's a fair argument for sure. But I think in a few years we're just gonna be oh shit. You remember nobody's talking about when D-Wade was on the Bulls. Nobody's talking about when you was you remember your players. We're not talking about MJ on the Wizards.
I think Russ is better than them players though. At this point in history, when he was on the Bulls, yes. You know what I'm saying? Russ is better than them players at this point in his career.
So are you taking away points because he's better at the same age? Because he's 34. He's 34. So is it his fault that he's better at D-Wade at 34? You're gonna
no.
That's a bad thing.
He said D-Wade on the Bulls. And I'm saying,
how was he on the Bulls?
I don't know.
He was the same age as Russ. That's my point. You can't take away points from Russ because he's still a starting player at 34. You can't take away points for him because of that. He wasn't terrible. You're right, but yeah, you can't take away points because he's. Latif, I get what you're thinking from, but I'm telling you, you're only thinking of now. Where we're 15 years old and we're getting married, nobody's gonna talk about. Dang, you remember when Russ was on that Lakers team and it was bad? Especially if he does good on the Clippers, they're gonna talk about, bro. History is rewritten all the time, bro. That's all it is, bro. We're gonna talk about the Thunder. They're gonna talk about how they screwed up, how him and KD never won a ring. That's what you take off his legacy. How he never won a ring with KD. You can even talk about how him and Harden didn't work. I give you that. You can't talk about the Lakers. Nobody's gonna remember him. Nobody's gonna talk about that legacy. Only thing you talk about legacy is him failing with Paul George. That's a legacy blower. Him failing with Harden. That's a legacy blower. Him failing with KD. That's a legacy blower. Him failing with LeBron and AD when they're all 30 and they play less than 100 games together because they're all injured. No, what? No.
Okay, I mean, I hear you. Let's talk about the flip side of that trade though. As we come down here to our last couple of topics, I think Jaden. I don't know what happened to Jaden, but let's talk about the flip side of that. The Lakers got Malik Beasley, D'Lo, and Jerry Vanderbilt. So how
trade for them? Way better than the Kyrie one.
Yeah. So how
I like D'Lo.
How far? What's the Lakers ceiling? What's the Lakers ceiling? What
Finals. Championship.
What you
I will
think?
stick to that. I will stick to it. I will
say what
stick
you
to it.
think.
My
Why are you
Lakers,
laughing?
my LA delusion has went down. That team's not winning shit.
No,
First of all,
I'm
you
sorry,
can't talk about KD having to stay healthy, then act like you don't have AD and Bron missing every other game. Like, what are we talking about?
Can
here?
I get Darvin Ham's a bad coach. I understand like that whole I don't watch the games to where like I'm seeing all these play calls. I'll trust take your guys' word for it. I don't see the narrative because I'm not watching Lakers games and not like you guys both do, I guess. But yeah, I'm taking if you're healthy, I'm gonna assume teams are healthy because whatever. I'm gonna assume KD's healthy. I'm gonna assume LeBron's healthy. I'm gonna assume AD's healthy. Yeah, no, I think if they can sneak in with the set, right? Let's say they win. Let's say they sneak into the play-in game. They make the 7 seed. They make the 8 seed, right? Worst case scenario, they play Denver. That's the toughest competition. They play Memphis, winning. They play Sacramento, they win. They play New Orleans, they win. Like there are very few teams that I'm worried about if I'm the Lakers going in there. If I'm the top of the West, I don't want to play the Lakers in the first round. Like I think. You get Vando, who's play great defense, not a great shooter, whatever. Malik Beasley can shoot the basketball. D'Lo can shoot the basketball, shooting like 39% from 3 this year. Like I get he's hot and cold sometimes, but like he played great with 2 stars next being Cat and Anthony Edwards. Rudy Gobert, we're not going to talk about him. He played great next to those 2 guys. I'm not saying that they're AD and LeBron level, but I think that I just think that the drop-off that you get from Russ facilitating to D'Lo's is not insane when you add in the fact that you have Malik Beasley and you have Vanderbilt. Their bench is very good. Like,
what are we talking about specifically?
Their bench is, Lakers just
we're talking
stealing.
about the
We're
Lakers.
talking about
the
Lakers stealing.
Obviously, I'll give you this.
I'm just saying if every team is fully healthy, like LeBron and that team will get stuff done. Like they will win.
I'll give you the
playing game. They're winning.
I give you the ceiling of the championship because once again we're assuming healthy. Betting against LeBron and AD in the playoffs probably is not going to go your way, but it's about reaching that. Like, yeah, that can be their ceiling. Is that a realistic ceiling though? Or we're forgetting this is a major roster turnaround where now obviously we talk about Darvin Ham being a bad coach. Well, he was a bad coach, and those were players he had on his season for two seasons. Now, hold on. I'm not even talking about rotation at this point. I'm talking about how is he going to make it? Like, what is he going to do rotation-wise? Is he going to have LeBron run away? Is D'Angelo Russell going to be the 2? Like, is he going to be a shooter now? Is it like
understand? But at the same time, the same big like team-altering trade happened in Phoenix, and they're the
no, it's not. That's the
thing.
KD plugs into any roster. I'm sorry. That's why
they take away. But that's what I'm saying. This is we're talking about this later. But you take away so much of their roster. Why they made such a good run in 2021? First of all, who they play, I don't know. But like they had a good bench. They had players who were playing offense and defense. Their team now, you trade for KD, great, that's awesome. You lose Mikal Bridges, great 3D player. You lose Cam Johnson, great shooter. I get Jay Crowder wasn't playing. Maybe your top 3 3D player on that team. Like their bench is they trade for. I like the Darius Baisley trade. I know we're hopping over to Phoenix. I just want to kind of go over this because like it's the same thing for me. Like you get Darius Baisley, I love that. I'm an OKC Thunder fan. Like he played great for us. He's versatile. Like he's a fun player to watch. That's cool. But you have Baisley in campaign. Isn't Shaman injured? Like you have, you just traded Dario Saric. You don't have him. Bismack Biyombo is going to play finals minutes for you. Like the team is not. It's not deep. They don't have like their defensive side is not great. Like sure they get to keep Ayton. You have T.J. Warren coming off the bench. I don't know. Do you have Torrey Craig coming off the bench? Like
Torrey Craig's
when you
probably
look at the past champions of the end. So you have T.J. Warren coming off the bench.
I don't know.
And, like he's not a defender. He's an offensive player. I'm just saying like you look past the past couple of champions. The Warriors, the Bucks, the Warriors, the Raptors, the Cavs. Like, these teams had complete teams. They had benches. They had everything. You know what I mean? Like, you're throwing KD in this lineup. I get it. KD's a great player. He can fit anywhere. He can shoot the basketball. Cool. But CP3 is not playing as well. And I know you just asked him to facilitate the ball. I get that. But, like, their bench is not great. Defensively, you trade away arguably your 2 best defenders. I get it. D-Book's playing defense. CP3's playing defense. Cool. But, like, I understand, like I said earlier, Jay Crowder didn't play. But that doesn't take away from him being a good defender. And Mikal Bridges, who I think is your best defender in your team. So I'm just saying, like, where you kind of talk about, like, are the Lakers going to be able to throw this stuff together? LeBron's done that his whole career. LeBron takes players, he will take players for a year, 2 years, whatever. He jumps from different organizations and plays with different players. You know what I mean? Like, it's just straight up, he can facilitate the ball. Like, you hear about Iman Shumpert talking about it, where LeBron's pointing out where to go. Like, there doesn't have to be a coach who's setting up a play. LeBron can make a play.
I'm not saying a play.
I'm not so sure that I'm trusting. I'm just.
You talking rotations and late game management.
The coach.
I'm just saying. If I'm trying to get a cohesive team if I'm.
Also, LeBron is also 38. Like,
he's 38.
This isn't LeBron on the Cavs.
This isn't the same impact.
Like,
he can give you 30, but it's not the same, bro. It's just not the same.
Like,
that's just what it is.
Max, I understand your argument. No, I really do.
I don't need LeBron to give me 30.
Hold on, I understand your argument.
I need LeBron to give me 20 and 10. I need the assist. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to get him to give me 30. I need him to control the basketball game. I'm not trusting Chris Paul to control the basketball game. Kevin Durant can get it, like what we're talking about with the whole MJ. What are we talking about, man? Like
Chris Paul is he's diminished a lot, but he can still control a basketball game. This is Chris Paul.
Yeah, he's just that's what I'm saying. Chris Paul is still a floor general, and that's just what it's going to be.
If I'm going up against the top teams of the West,
I'm just saying.
Never mind.
I understand what you're saying.
Them.
I think in 2K, what you're saying makes sense, but this is a major roster turnaround that you assume is not going to work for the Suns, but assume is going to work for the Lakers because they have LeBron. And I just can't because this isn't 32-year-old LeBron. This is I think we're in that mindset where he could not lose in the East for 10 years. They lost to the Suns in the first round. Like, he's beatable at this point in his career. It's like Tom Brady. You remember Tom Brady, the year they lost to the Titans in that first round. Tom Brady is still him. He won a championship literally the year after. I'm not saying LeBron's not him anymore, but it's not Tom Brady in 2014, Tom Brady in 2011. He's beatable at this point. And I think you're still in that mindset where 2010s where nobody's beating this man. You got to score 5 superstars to beat him. He's at that point where you don't need to do.
The last time, I get it, it was 3 years ago, whatever. The last time the Lakers had a fully healthy season, what happened? They won the championship.
Okay,
that's a lot of but that's a lot of stuff goes into that. You're in a bubble.
I mean, let's talk about. I agree with Jay. First of all, they're not gonna instantly jail. They're not gonna instantly jail at all.
I think you're just because they still have to make they're the 13th seed. They need to make the playoffs.
Bro, they just lost to the Bucks.
I think they said like they gotta go like 16 and 11 to like make the fucking
2.5 games
500 or
something. 2.5 games back.
Yeah, listen.
I need you to make the 10 seed. If you make the 10 seed, you're fine.
With this trade, we solved a lot of our issues, mainly on perimeter defense and shooting. Jerry Vanderbilt is a great defender. He's not much of a scorer. He can shoot a little bit, but like Beasley's a very good volume shooter. I like D'Lo. D'Lo has been playing really good this year. He started off the year really, really bad, but then he picked it up in January and this early in February, bro. He's been cooking. He's a great shooter. He's a great assist. I think he'll play well against LeBron and AD. So I think that the ceiling for this team is definitely a championship. That's the ceiling.
What's the floor?
But it's not
the ceiling doesn't matter. The floor is in the depths of hell.
The floor is first round exit.
The floor is where they're at. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can't get worse than where you're at right now.
Yeah. So, but the rest is a lot harder than it was 3 years ago for sure. So we can't just bring up the 2020 season. But I think the Lakers solved a lot of their problems though.
Yeah, I give you that. And also, the thing about the Suns, they kind of have a little bit of wiggle room to kind of figure it out. The Lakers, I think Jayden said, they got to go like 16 and something to like, they had to finish with a positive record. Like, they got to go like 16 and like 4. They don't have as much time to figure it out. And when you do a major turnaround this quick, you're just asking these players, first off, to play in the biggest city now. I think we all can agree that there's an LA tax. For whatever reason, niggas turn to bums when they play for LA. So now they have to play for LA, and they're at the point where they have to play perfect. LA has to play perfect from this point on for the season.
So hold on. So you got to make the 10 seed. So the Lakers have to finish with a better record than OKC, Utah, Golden State. Those 3 teams with Steph Curry out, Utah trading away all their players, OKC just not really caring anymore. I get they just beat the Lakers, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, Shay's on another level of scoring, and you have to beat Portland, Minnesota, Golden State, Utah, OKC. You have to literally beat just 3 of those teams. You have to get a better record.
They're making the playoffs, bro. We all know they're making the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't give you that right now, but okay.
Playoffs?
Because you're also bringing in the play-in.
Utah's done.
In a play-in, don't they have to win 2 games? They have to win 2 games as well. Like,
they're not getting the 10 seeds. They're gonna be higher than the 10 seed.
Okay.
but like regardless, I'm not gonna lie. If it's a one game series, and you're taking LeBron or the Portland Trailblazers, who you take?
I don't know.
Obviously, I'm taking LeBron in now.
If you have then in the next game, if it's LeBron versus Minnesota, who you taking?
So how about Golden State?
Bro, Minnesota's about to be cooked, bro. Minnesota's about to be cooked.
I think Golden State will sneak in. I think Golden State will be
the Warriors and the Lakers are getting.
I think Mike Conley, Rudy Gobert, and Anthony Edwards. I feel like that's a better fit. I feel like Rudy Gobert is gonna be able to play better with Mike Conley. I'm being so dead ass.
That's actually true.
I'm being so dead ass.
But they're not making the playoffs. Though.
I think Rudy Gobert becomes an asset now. At first he was ass, but now you at the end, bro. That nigga's gonna be decent, bro.
All right, y'all. KD traded to the Suns. I think we all think they can obviously win a chip if they get healthy. So I don't want to deal too much on that.
I'm not gonna. I'm standing by my point. Like I'm not sold on the Suns, so they can win it. Cool. I'm not sold on the Suns.
I think the Suns can win a chip, bro. You have a star in D-Book. You have a superstar in KD. You have a generation.
I have a little bit of hope is because of Kevin Durant.
So hold on, Max. So what's the Suns ceiling? Cool. What's the Suns ceiling?
Western Conference.
Ceiling is a championship.
There's no way you can say the Lakers. There's no way you can say that Lakers ceiling is a championship. Then also say their ceiling is only a Western Conference final.
No, I want to talk about the Nets. I want to talk about the Nets for a little second.
The Rockets. If you're a Rockets fan, you should be. Oh, Rockets fans.
Wait, hold on. I'm not gonna.
Let me go. As presently constructed, they're not gonna be that bad. I just think the Nets have like a lot of talent. They have a lot of good role players. They're
not
the Bulls.
experienced.
I know that's not saying much, but I think they're not experienced. But I think Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Cam Thomas, Nick Claxton, that whole entire roster. They have Dorian Finney-Smith, Spencer Dinwiddie. They have a very good roster. It's like reminding you of D'Lo.
I was gonna say that
a couple years ago when they rebuild. Like Cam Thomas is really like that. Nick Claxton is really like that. Like they really like rebuild.
Cam Thomas that went 3 for 16 today.
It was a bad game.
Cam Thomas was 3 for 16 today.
He just had 3 straight 40-point games.
His lens
man, you got to come down sometime. Shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the future is not as dim as people are saying on the Nets.
I think it is.
But they have no picks.
What happens with Ben Simmons? Like,
yeah. You got anything to say about the Nets though?
Did you see the stuff that Ben Simmons and like Utah were trying to make that work? There was like that rumor like they were trying to trade him to Utah for Russ. I was very confused by that.
Yeah, I seen that. I don't think it was actually going anywhere.
Wait, Zay. You just said that if you're a Rockets fan, you should be happy.
Yeah, you have all the Nets picks.
They have all the Nets picks.
Yeah, I get that. But I'm not gonna lie, like with the whole tank for Wemby thing we're seeing, right? Like obviously you got the Spurs, Rockets, and Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I know we'll talk about this later on. I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't think any of those three teams are gonna get him. I think like I don't know if the NBA if the script's just playing out somewhere else, but like some team that we're not expecting to get Wemby is going to get it. So I feel like all these trades are trying to get worse.
Like the Pelicans with the Lakers picks or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think I'm looking through the standings and stuff, and I feel like it's going to be like some weird ass team like Indiana or Orlando. Like someone's like you don't want to see them go right now.
Either way, Rockets are still obviously. I don't want to talk about the Rockets on podcasts. They're irrelevant at this point. But I don't like their coaching in their front office is really bad. Like the Thunder, the Thunder rebuild is going way because I was scared in the beginning. I was like, Shea is gonna.
The Thunder rebuild's great.
I was like, Shea's gonna win the league, but like they're actually building a brotherhood. They're building a winning culture, and it's really the Rockets are playing like an AU team. But regardless of the fact, I think if they revamp, which I don't know what the possibility of that is. Then we're having a discussion with all those Lakers pick. You can have you have the pieces. You have Jalen Green. You have Sengun, who is real. I'm a big fan of.
Sengun's been playing great.
Like you have the pieces. They need like a veteran leadership. Eric Gordon did not want to be that person for them. John Wall doesn't want to be that person for them. And I don't know if that's saying something about the players or all these veterans just don't want to like. Usually veterans at this point in their career, they just ready like, hey man,
I think John Wall wants to win. What do you guys think is gonna happen with John Wall?
I don't know why. John Wall stinks. he genuinely at this point, I think he's at a point where if the Wizards don't get him, no team is going to try to get him.
If I'm being real, what is the real difference?
He averaged 11.
I don't know where John Wall. What is John Wall's real difference? I don't know where.
Okay.
What is the real? No, I'm saying I think
John Wall is one of the worst players in the NBA
I think,
right now.
I think John Wall.
What are you talking about?
I think John Wall given an opportunity, John Wall can thrive, bro. If I'm being real,
he had an opportunity in LA.
He just had an opportunity. What are you talking about?
I'm not on the John Wall hate train. I'm not on the John Wall hate train.
So what's the difference between him and Russ? Come on, bro.
Russ is better.
I think Russ is better. Yeah,
I think their games are very similar.
But I don't think John Wall's a lost
okay. What does that have to do? I go to the record. My game is similar to LeBron James. What does that have to do with anything? Their games being similar?
All right, y'all. We coming up on an hour and 30. Let's do this last segment. Hour 30. We did this a couple weeks ago. It was just me and Max on the pod. But look, so since the trade deadline, all this movement been going around, I want to do a NBA tiers after the trade deadline. We could make this like 5-6 minutes in the episode. I'm finna share my screen, y'all.
Gotcha.
Let's put the Lakers in tier 1, please.
All right, crazy.
They are a tier 1 team.
You're insane.
All right, so we should rename them. I think we should.
Wait, so is this giving it a grade off of how they did in the trade deadline, or just what the team is now?
No. This is like where they are after the trade deadline
right now.
Can win it all.
Was wrong in a couple teams.
Yeah, I was. I'm not gonna lie. The last one was
no.
I don't like can win it.
Top one is favorites, not can win it all.
Yeah, I don't want to say can because you can make an argument that anybody can win it all.
A is can win it all.
Yeah, potential yeah.
Can we put like conference?
No,
favorites
are teams like you could if you bet on them like
just do something good quick.
Do tier F is Wembanyama. Tier F is Wembanyama. Tier C is mid.
I just don't want to.
I think tier B could be give team troubles in the playoffs, like playoff
make noise.
Make noise. Yeah. C is like
mediocre.
Just mid. Mediocre. D is like
future. Just future. Just put future.
And then F is like
fast. Wemby. F is Wemby. Not even bright future, just future.
No, because I want to put the Thunder right here.
But no, you can put them in future because the bright future would then mid would be
all right. Put Pelicans and make noise.
Hold on, can we start off? Let's go in order.
Let's start from the bottom.
Pacers future.
Yeah, I like that.
So?
Hold on. Why are we picking the? Oh, we're picking the Pacers from back. Hawks mid.
Yeah, they're at I don't know what they want to do.
Hawks are mid.
They can make noise. They could.
I think he can make noise.
Right now the Heat are mid.
You can't put. Bro. I'm sorry, you can't put the Heat and the Hawks on the same.
Yeah,
team.
That's what my thinking is.
I can't let you do that, bro. I can't let you do that.
The Heat did nothing at the trade deadline, bro.
I understand, and that's why I called them my loser.
That's what my thinking
is. Heat can be the first round team. Hawks are losing in the first.
Magic future.
So
Magic future.
Oh wait, so we saying make noise. We said make noise is
could be the playoff team. Could be the team in the first round. Might be able to take 2 teams off of contender.
Magic is future. What do you mean?
Wemby.
Yeah. You can go whatever.
The only thing they have for the future is Paolo. The only thing they have.
I like them in Wemby more because their front office is.
The only thing they have is Paolo.
Like the Pacers have a direction. The Pacers kind of have.
I think the Magic have a very good future. They have Franz Wagner.
They have a lot of young
pieces. Franz Wagner and Paolo. That's the future.
All right. All right. What's the next Wizards?
I just don't because we're gonna put the Pacers and the Thunder on all their stuff is there. I don't like the fact that the Magic also get to go there.
76ers. I got them as can win it all.
How are the Hornets and the Magic not on the same level?
That's what I'm.
I agree with
you, man. Why not? They have LaMelo. Like thank you. Like what are you talking?
That makes no sense.
Think about the teams that are gonna be our future. Our team like the Pacers. The teams like the Thunder who actually have like blocks and they're going somewhere with that. They have all these picks. They I'm sorry, I just can't get the Magic that. I'm sorry.
The Magic have been very competitive this year. They have Franz Wagner, Paolo, They have a very decent team.
They also have like 25 centers.
The Hornets
don't have.
All right, Magic. Put Magic to
the Hornets
Wemby.
are terrible.
Put Magic to Wemby, bro.
We might change it. Put them for Wemby when we see all the teams that are finally on the list. Maybe we change.
Celtics can win it all.
I'm not putting it right here.
Boston's
Celtics are favorites. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Cavs definitely just
I think Cavs.
I think with the Nets,
the Cavs cannot win it all. The Cavs cannot win it all.
With the Nets dropping off, I think I might bump the Cavs up a little bit. Kings are mid.
Warriors can win it all.
Warriors can win it all. I'm cool either one. If healthy.
Actually, I'd say make noise, but yeah, it really don't matter to me. Favorites.
Clippers make noise.
No, can win it all.
Clippers make noise.
Can win it all. Can win it all. What
how are the Suns favorites, but the Clippers can make noise?
No, the Clippers aren't going to win it all.
They can't win it all.
Yes, the Clippers can win it all for sure. The Clippers can win it all.
Mavericks make noise.
I really don't like the Heat right here, bro. I really don't like the Heat right here.
Mavericks make noise.
I agree. They're not on the same level as those guys. The Heat are not on the same level.
Mavericks make noise.
See, okay.
No,
I mean,
Mavs going. No, I'm sorry, Mavs going it all. I'm sorry. I know it's crazy. I know.
Grizzlies mid.
Pause. Yo.
Grizzlies mid is crazy.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Grizzlies
are not winning it all.
Oh
my God!
The Grizzlies are
They
mid.
can.
They're not winning.
They
make
can.
noise.
Either mid or make noise. No, and I'm leaning towards mid.
The Mavericks are higher.
What? Why are you saying mid?
What do you mean?
I think the Mavericks should be on 10-1 at all.
Put the Grizzlies to make noise.
Nope.
Wait.
They're the second best team.
Please.
They have the second West.
They're friends to make noise.
They have the second best record in the West. No,
I'm taking them. The Heat are mid. I'm sorry. I can't.
Cool. Now put the Grizzlies.
Put the Grizzlies down. What do you mean they can win it all? Stop it.
They can.
Thunder future.
Yes, they can.
Bro, put the Grizzlies down, nigga.
All right, bro. I guess, bro.
Nuggets. I think you have to put them as favorites because they just have the number one record in the West. Like they're technically the favorite.
They're definitely
favorite.
Yeah.
Portland is mid. The Lakers are favorites.
No, they're not.
They're favorites.
Timberwolves mid.
Portland's mid.
Portland and
Timberwolves mid.
Yeah, mid.
Pelicans make noise.
Can make noise. Yep,
Rockets
make noise.
Rockets future.
No, put them niggas.
No, future.
No,
all those picks. All those picks.
I don't think Jalen Green
office is bad, but you got.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Jalen Green
sucks. Utah is future. Utah is future, in my opinion.
So Utah gets future, but the Rockets stop.
No, Utah is definitely future. What the hell?
How are the Rockets aren't?
Hold on, the Rockets are literally the number one team tanking for what
Raptors.
That's
I'm talking
the
about
number one
but
team.
I think they still have.
No, I'm not gonna lie, Zay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm putting the Rockets right here because they have a dysfunctional front office. They literally have no.
They do, and I said that.
The Knicks are mid.
No, Knicks. I think Knicks can make noise.
And the Nets are future.
I think the Knicks
No,
can
they
make
cannot.
noise.
Stop.
I think
Stop
the Knicks
saying
can
that.
make noise,
Stop
bro.
saying that. Please stop.
No,
Knicks can make noise.
What are you putting up?
Wait, hold on.
Nets
future.
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 Nets.
No, Nets are future. Can I ask a question?
They don't have any picks, bro.
Nets are future. The Nets are future. The Nets are future.
They don't have any picks.
Yes, they do. They have all those picks from the Suns, and they're just rebuilding.
Anyways.
Those are gonna be trash. Suns are gonna be good.
Hold on. Am I crazy to say the Bulls and the Raptors could low-key be put in the future just because they can trade pieces down the line?
Not right now. We gotta let them do that.
All right.
Are y'all content? Hold on. Are y'all content with this list? Anything y'all want to change?
Not really. Yeah, Phoenix got
All right,
dropped down.
Can you take the thing off the screen, please? All right, this was a great episode. We covered a lot of stuff.
I hope y'all know that they're the reason I'm not gonna eat tonight. I looked up Grubhub. No restaurants are open. DoorDash.
Did you get your ears pierced?
All these niggas. Well, we were. I've been having my ears pierced. We were supposed to be done by 11, and I'm supposed to go to Wingstop and get some food. But nah. 10:30.
It's
10:30 turns to
1:20.
10:45.
It's 1:20. It's 1:20.
And now I can't.
I told niggas 10:30.
I can't eat dinner. I come back home. I come back home because I'm tired of Urbana food. I'm like, I'm gonna eat good when I get back home, and I can't even eat good thanks to these niggas. Just want to say that.
It's 1:20.
It's always tomorrow.
Me and you.
It's always tomorrow. That's so mean. I'm not gonna lie. That was so mean.
Great episode. It was great having
Zay
Zay on the pod again. hopefully we can see him next week. I don't know what's probably going on with this nigga, but
nigga, I be getting legal trouble. I can't even disclose what I be talking about.
But this is a great episode. It is pretty late, so I am trying to get out of here. A great episode. When's the next one coming out? Well, this is coming out tomorrow.
Tuesday.
But the next one's coming out Wednesday, so y'all stay tuned. We're really staying consistent with two episodes a week. Yeah, we
actually, Jaden, we doing your idea. So, Jaden, we doing your idea. So, I mean, it's gonna be episodes dropping up until like Wednesday.
Yeah, but
we're not episodes. Segments,
but you get the gist of it. But yeah, I don't really want to make the outro be redundant every time. Just everybody on TikTok, go click the link in the bio. Support us on Spotify, Apple.
You know what they've been saying on TikTok? They're like, damn, that nigga, the black dude with the glasses is so wise and smart.
I haven't seen that once.
I was just like, damn.
Bro, you got like 2 TikToks on the channel, bro.
I've never seen any comment say that ever.
Anywho, everybody on TikTok, please go support us. Hit the link in the bio. It's just going to take you to the YouTube. It's going to take you to Spotify. It's going to take you to Apple. Just watch us in different places, man. We're really trying to grow outside of TikTok. TikTok is really just the place that gets everything started, but we need y'all to support us in the other avenues. But again, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate y'all liking the videos.
Next time I'm on a podcast, wants to go be a Clipper.
Negative. Appreciate y'all commenting on the videos, just interacting with us. But yeah, that's it. We're out.
Wait 1 second. Wait, no. Latif, who you get to check?
That's crazy TikTok.
I got a black shirt on, buddy.
Wearing Palm Angels is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, niggas is not wearing Palm Angels at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I didn't want to flex it. But you know how I do.
All right, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys.
I'll be out.